Here you go, user 29857.
Oh yeah, Socky McSock.
Just kidding. Keep it in your fucking pants.
I'm gonna sock it. I'm gonna sock it. What's up, everybody? Totally different day. Totally different day from last episode. Not the same day at all. Not the same day at all. Not different outfits. 15, 20 minutes later. Because that's what we do here.
Now I haven't showered in 4 days.
We're honest on the podcast. And honestly, Karl, let me tell you what. Karl.
What?
Honestly, I'm a little upset.
Why?
Not actually. But I was thinking about vinyl records.
Okay. I'm going to look up when Record Store Day was, by the way. But go ahead. You were thinking about vinyl records.
Vinyl records. And I was thinking about the obsession the resurgence of vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I love it. I think having records is great. But I'm not sure why I feel it. Well, yes, I do. I know exactly why. What am I even saying? I'm trying to speak.
You have a point in your head, but you don't know how to get to it, so you're just talking.
I'm just talking until I can figure out a way to segue into it.
Okay, so what's the point?
Is that I just find the obsession with vinyl records and just general vintage stuff, although I am also a person who likes it, it's just strange to me. It's like it's fake nostalgia. We didn't grow up with vinyl, but
Yeah.
it's something, and so we didn't grow up with fucking like VW vans
But
either.
what we did grow up with is our parents telling us that vinyl was the best. And remember when you used to go down to the record store and
My
get
parents
records?
never said that. My dad had like a shit ton of records in the basement. He was never like, oh yeah, vinyl's the best. He's like, that iPod Shuffle is sick.
Yeah, but
It's
we
got
grew up
all
with
the songs.
with our parents like seeing like technology explode and being like, oh, I used to love doing this and this was so cool and this is how we used to do it. Isn't that crazy? Like the infatuation with it comes from the nostalgia of our parents talking about it.
Yeah.
And there was such a drastic change unlike ever before in one generation's time.
Yeah.
One generation.
Yeah, but then that doesn't make... My other point was like, we can get back to the record thing, but like there's an obsession with so many different vintage things. Like I said it a little 2 seconds ago, like the VW bus. Why do I think a VW bus from the 60s is like the coolest thing ever?
That's like a design thing, probably.
That probably is a design
Because
thing.
design now fucking sucks ass.
Design now is so much better than 2004. The Y2K thing that's going on fucking sucks. I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah.
The from 2000 to 2001, 2, I feel like that was still kind of the 90s. But that like 2004, everything was bubbly. Fuck all that, dude.
Yeah.
I can't stand
Like a 2000
the sunglasses. The fucking
Yeah.
gross.
Just think about like what, even like muscle cars, like cars that are traditionally like very like hard, blocky.
Look at a 2003
Intense.
Mustang.
Yeah.
It's the ugliest thing on the fucking
Or
planet.
or any of the muscle cars from that era, like Camaros, Pontiac Firebird. They're all pointy and fucking weird.
I can't stand the Y2K thing.
Yeah.
But back to records.
Yeah. So Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
I don't even think you said your original point about.
No, my point is just why are we obsessed with records? Also, just so everyone's clear, if you're not in the know, please do not tell me that records are like the best quality sound and like that's how it's blah 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 blah, right?
Yeah,
Like
you're a fucking idiot.
the best quality sound is a WAV file. That's it. That's what's on fucking CDs. That's the best quality that you can get when it comes to like fucking the quality of sound. Now, if you want to say that you like the sounds of vinyl records because they're warmer and stuff like that, that's just your personal preference and that's fine. But just I've heard some people be like, no, like vinyl's what sounds the best. Now, there is a point in that though, that when you listen to old records, unless there's a remaster. If you're listening to the old master, it was mastered to be played on vinyl. So they were like compensating for the warmth of vinyl records and needles and stuff like that. So if you have an old record, the best way to hear it, how the band wanted you to hear it, would be through a record. But when they do a remaster, don't ever buy, like, there's no, well, you can buy it if you want,
Don't
but like there's no
ever,
point to
but-
buy like a Beatles remaster on vinyl. You know what I'm saying?
Except to have it.
Except to have it. Which
Because
is
you
what
like
that's what I
because you
do.
like it, which is okay.
It's
You're
okay
allowed
to like it.
And it's a collector's item of sorts.
I think that's why I like them.
Honestly, it's
collectors.
also like the ritual is just fun, you know? Like like putting a record down and playing it is fun.
You know what's not fun?
Flipping 4 different like a
But-
quadruple album.
It seems like every fucking band now is doing 2-disc, 4-side
double
fucking
LPs.
guys. I do like to be able to sit there and like flip it. It's fun, but
Just once is enough.
yeah, come on. What are we doing?
Front and back.
Front
We're
and
cool.
back.
You know, sacrifice some audio quality.
Is it
You know?
the audio quality is going to be negligible? And what percentage of people who buy records these days do you think are putting them on a Crosley suitcase, John?
I don't know. Like 25% of people, you know?
I wish we had a little bit better
I'd say
of a,
like yours is probably what like 40% is probably exactly the setup that you have.
I have the fucking Audio Technica.
Here's a picture of it.
Yeah. All right. Here's a photo of it. I don't want to have to do that. Here's a photo of it. This is my record player. Everyone's got it. It's like $100. And then the speakers, I've got some piece of shit like Mackie speakers.
But what more do you need? You know?
I don't know.
Having cool speakers to look at, like cool vintage bookshelves would be sick.
Yeah,
No.
it would.
No, but you can get like cool like wood paneled fucking speakers that are not vintage, that are also just made for like home stereo listening type shit. You know?
I would like to have
a nice
when I'm nice and rich one day. I would love to have like a stupid expensive stereo system.
yeah, it would be so cool.
Just like
people that have dedicated listening rooms.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
trying to
so
have, bro.
sick.
I'm trying to have a listening room.
Yeah, fuck yeah, be sick. Speaking of vinyl records, I just saw a little fun fact. You ready?
Ready?
Ex-Military by Death Grips. The original pressing of that is reselling from $800 to like $1,300 right now. Just because it's the original pressing.
That's not even that expensive, I feel like. I don't know, man.
That album's not that old though. Like
I don't know what I don't
you
really-
know the band Death Grips.
I know Death Grips.
They're alive. They're
Yeah.
not
No, I know.
dead and
When did they
gone.
put out that?
I don't know when Ex-Military came out.
I couldn't. If you put on Death Grips, I can recognize the sound just because it's like Death Grips, but I don't know a single. I couldn't tell you what their albums are called. I know what a couple of the covers look like the one with the thing.
Oh shit. All right. Well, this adds a little bit more context to why it's so fucking expensive. Ex-Military's not on Spotify. Man, maybe I should just shut the fuck up.
Well, the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, they do that all the time. They press things
Albums
only
only on vinyl.
only on vinyl, and they don't put it. And those go for the same amount, like $800 to $1,000. And they have a shit ton of them. They have a shit ton of fucking pressings that you can only get on vinyl. And it's like a thing. It's like they're having like your King Giz collection, just your King Giz collection of vinyl. It's like a thing. People talk about it on Reddit or whatever.
2011 it came out. Ex-Military.
What's the cover look like? Oh, wait, you said it's not on Spotify. They're the ones with the penis on the cover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that one called?
That one is called No Love Deep Web.
Yeah.
They're fun sometimes.
Yeah. I haven't
I
listened
couldn't
to
imagine sitting down and listening to an entire 45-minute Death Grip song in one sitting. That's for crazy people.
Apparently, the Death Grip shows are just like the craziest thing on the planet.
Yeah, I've heard that people die at them sometimes.
Legitimately, or
Yeah.
like Astro World style, or like they just
No,
you're
I think
exaggerating.
it's just
and,
people are like fucked up on drugs and shit and like pass out and
oh. Well,
I don't know. It's word of mouth. It's rumors.
who knows?
It's gossip. It's
You know
all I
what's-
do.
Oh, Karl does. You know what's cool about King Gizzard
What else?
is the like their ability to switch genres. So, I mean, so like quickly, like their thrash album versus like their fucking what's it? Infest the Rat's Nest thrash, fucking 3000 something Butterfly or whatever, like fucking bedroom pop. They're just, and then don't Fishing for Fishies. It's like a fucking bayou honky tonk fucking shit.
Yeah.
Their ability to switch
There
genres.
is like consistencies across all of them though, you know.
I feel like now they've consistently put out stuff that seems to just blend everything together. Yeah, and there is consistency, especially in like melodic choices.
Yeah.
But I think I was thinking about that specifically, like melodic choices, is when you write. I've been thinking about like what I want to write for the next project, right? So I think one of the best things you could do to make a cohesive one genre album is to write the album, like write the EP or whatever. Just write it in whatever style comes out, right? Don't block your creativity. Like if you start writing a really fucking like punk rock song, fuck it. That's what you write. If you write a really soft singer-songwriter-y whatever, Jonathan, like that's just fucking go with that. Then take all your songs, maybe pick a genre, and then rework all the songs into that genre. Because you know how when we play live, we do a punk version of No Rain by Blind Melon.
Yeah.
What if you just wrote a bunch of songs and then you just do that for your own music, where you're like, I'm just going to do like if you want to write a punk album, I'm going to do a punk cover of Growing Pains by Sungrove. You know what I'm saying? I think that could be an interesting way. I've never done it. I don't know how well it would work or if you could work. But I think that would be an interesting attempt.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely would have to limit yourself on like how much you actually do musically before you know what I'm saying? Like, do you mean just like write everything like just with, you know, figure out what the chords are and what the fucking lyrics are and then establish the genre and then go forward? Like how much?
No, I mean, that'd probably be a lot
Or
smarter.
do you mean like fully produce and write an entire fucking album, finish it, and then redo it in the genre that you want to do it in?
Kind of.
That's
I mean, that's
that's so stupid, David.
yeah. I think you're right. I don't think I'm going to do that.
No, go ahead. Do it.
Oh, fuck you.
I mean,
All right.
you could do that with the intention of putting out both versions.
I think that's a much better idea than
Yeah,
mine.
like
What are you doing, Karl? What are you going to do genre-wise for your cuz you haven't put anything out yet.
Yeah.
Cuz you're a piece of shit
Yeah.
and nobody loves you.
The
But what's your plan genre-wise? Do you have a genre in mind? Or are you just going to be like, fuck it, whatever comes out comes out?
I think less so. No, I mean not kind of. I like obviously so I'll just the first EP will be like I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. It's fucking like synth wave type shit.
What's on it? I'll tell you what it's called, what the genre is.
Okay. It's Unbelievably Plain,
Okay.
Rose Champion,
Okay.
Man in Black,
Okay.
and then there's this other one that you've heard I don't think you'll remember it. It's called How It Was, but it's like a synthy kind of
Is that a Harry Styles song?
As It
As
Was.
It
is the
Was.
Harry Styles song. It might not even be called How It Was.
Whatever.
I've barely written any lyrics to it.
Okay, so Man in Black, Unbelievable Train.
just go off of the 3 songs that you know. Fuck
Man in Black, Unbelievably Plain, and what was the third one?
Rose Champion.
And Rose Champion. Bum, bum, bum. Interesting, because I feel like Unbelievably Plain is very lonerism, Tame Impala style, at least in the drums. And then same thing with Rose Champion.
Yeah,
at least the version I heard.
Yeah, I mean, I got
And the Man in Black,
do the drums on it.
And the Man in Black is a little more synth based. It's fucking. I think it's indie pop, indie rock. Fucking
Sick.
The widest every fucking song ever right now. Yeah, it's like indie pop-ish, indie rockish. You know what's so fucking funny? Sorry. Our friend Wes Bodkin said this, and it's the most true thing on the fucking planet. I was trying to describe it, Sean. I was like, it's like indie something or other. And he's like, yeah, but isn't indie just mean cool? Like, what kind of music do you make? Rock. Oh, okay. What kind of indie rock? Meaning like it's rock, but it's like the cool kind of rock. Oh, what do you make? Pop. What do you make? Indie pop. Oh, it's pop music, but it's the cool kind of pop music.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
why I'm trying to coin the term indie singer-songwriter.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Cool singer-songwriter music.
There you go. For me, I was trying to push more towards like LCD Sound System and David Bowie type stuff for the first
What's LCD
one.
Sound System considered?
Like electronic and like dance music. They do a lot of house type beats, and then also there's like random songs like All I Want and New York I Love You, which are totally outside of that genre. They use elements of like electronic music, but I don't know, it's tough to say. They're like fucking early 2000s New York fucking rock electronic music, you know? They're more of like a product of like an environment more than a specific genre.
You think so?
Yeah, there was a documentary that came out recently that LCD Sound System is a part of, and the Strokes are part of it, and it's like that whole early 2000s New York scene.
If I watch that documentary, I'm gonna fall in love with LCD Sound System, I'm sure, and the Strokes. That's my fucking go-to thing. If you want me to like a band, just show me a doc. Fuck Oasis. Didn't like them ever. I watched that fucking Oasis documentary and I was like, damn, they are the modern day Beatles. Same shit, like Foo Fighters. I was like, that's pretty cool. Watch a Foo Fighters documentary. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what the best documentary is on the planet? The best documentary that I literally have
The
watched.
Night Stalker.
That is
a crazy documentary.
That is a fucking crazy documentary that was wild. But no, The Valley Uprising. I have watched that documentary like 8 times.
Yeah. That's the climber, right?
It's about rock climbing and the birth of rock climbing in the Yosemite. I think I've literally watched it 8 fucking times.
Wow. Why? Is it a series or a movie?
No, it is a singular like
that's
like
better for
90-minute documentary. And I think it's the culture. It's because it made me think of it because you were talking about like the whole New York scene and how there's like these different players in the scene and in the Valley Uprising. It talks about like all the different people and like the first guy to like climb El Cap, and he did it with like gear, like these like gear that you would like punch in, and there's this other guy who was like, no, that's like cheating, and so there's like beef between them, and these guys like lived in the Yosemite, like they were like homeless, just living there, going to the fucking visitor center and stealing saltine crackers and fucking butter pads to get their calories for the day.
Right.
And he was like, all right, you're not allowed to, that's cheating. I'm gonna go up, and he like went up his route and like took out all his bolts.
Jesus Christ.
But then like halfway up, he was like, oh shit, this actually is really hard, even with this gear or whatever. Just fucking watch the documentary. It's so sick. But the culture, it's so counterculture-y. It's like, you know, fuck the police kind of thing. Like, you know, on the run from the
state
troopers or whatever, hiding.
Park rangers.
Yeah, apparently a plane crashed near there and it had a bunch of fucking weed on it. So they eventually got money because they found this plane with all the weed in it and they started selling the weed So they just had like a bunch of money, so that all they could do was just climb all day. It's such a sick documentary. Just check it out. It's the bee's knees.
Sick.
Yeah, but if you want me to watch a documentary on a band, I will fall in love with them very fast. So just back to reiterate what we were on before.
LCD sound system type EPs first. I mean, it's not quite that, but I'd like it to be. It's just the songs are what they're going to be, and I'm not going to take the time to rework them. So I'm just introducing more elements of what I'm trying to do in the future with that, which is kind of the goal. Is like, I've said it plenty of times that I was ripping off Tame Impala exclusively when I was first trying to make my own music, because it's what I was listening to all the time, and it's just kind of what I did. And now trying to introduce elements of more influences on me. But then the second EP is going to be really like dancey, because that's what Footsteps is on. And
I'm gonna come to your defense real quick. Although, like, I always get on your case and like shit on you, because I mean that's what I do. But like about the Tame Impala thing, like, oh, Karl wrote another song that sounds like Tame Impala, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will say though, Tame Impala is also like, especially early Tame Impala, it's very Beatles, which you also love.
Yeah,
the Beatles, and then there's not as much Beach Boys in Tame Impala stuff, but a lot of your stuff, it sounded like Tame Impala mixed with the Beach Boys, which is like the Beatles and So there was more in there besides just, hey, I'm Karl, this is my impression of Kevin Parker.
yeah, sick. That's good to hear.
Yeah, never mind.
But yeah, and then the next one's gonna be more dancey and like has some disco elements and funk stuff, Daft Punk shit. And then after that, I hope to do, I don't know, just like get a little bit more wacky. I get more kind of experimental and gritty with like the synth stuff and not so pad oriented. I don't know. Get more like, honestly, like more riff centered synth kind of stuff, instead of just like writing a really beautiful chord progression and then just doing that up with like the Juno and then supporting melodies behind that. I just want to get like more wacky, like the fucking guitar harmonics on the. Never mind. Fuck that. It's not coming out for like a year. Why would I talk about it?
I find right now I'm thinking a lot about, like you said, like something really beautiful. Like when I write stuff, I tend to go a little more on the sad side, or like the not chill out side, but like, headphone songs. And then when we play them live, I'm like, this is fucking boring.
Yeah.
Like, I like the way they sound, because when I listen to music, it's like I'm doing it by myself. So when I write my own music and record it, and I go, no, yeah, I could see myself, driving in my car alone at night and like listening to this. But then when I play it live, I'm like, let's get some fucking energy in here. Which is why I think we always rework the songs pretty much when we play live. But I think I'm not even gonna say that, because I might not. But like, I might try to write some more fun ones, some make you groove a little bit.
Content wise, writing fun songs can be really difficult.
Yeah, fuck that. You can't think about that though.
Lyrical content is difficult to do.
That. You can't. I feel that too right now. I'm like, damn, if I had like a fun song, I could like put that shit on TikTok. But I know that's a bad fucking road to go down.
I mean, and you just fuck. It'll happen.
Whatever.
I mean,
Let's all right, I'm gonna write a black metal album, or maybe sludge, or what are you looking at?
We have like, how much time does the camera cut off at?
I don't fucking know. We're done with the episode.
25 minutes?
We're done with the episode.
Exactly.
Bye.
It's gonna die.
Bye.
Fuck you.